Okay, what we didn't go through this morning before we took the dogs out, but what you will have to do in the mornings when we've said when you get to the kennel, you look at the dog and you see its behavior to see whether it's cowering or hiding in the back, basically see if there's anything wrong. So when you take the dog out in the morning, you'll do a quick physical check on the dog. Obviously start from nose, work all the way down to the tail. So what you will do, always touch the dog, always talk to the dog, reassure the dog. It calms you down, it calms the dog down. So you will start by checking his face. Obviously there's no swelling, his eyes look clear, there's no swelling in his face from an insect bite. If you can, if it's a dog like this, you will just quickly check his gums, make sure that his gums are nice and pink. There's nothing stuck in his mouth. He's got an injury here, but we'll deal with that later. You'll quickly just feel down his ears. You can look in his ears if you want. I think Hunter does need an ear clean. His ears don't look bad. You'll quickly feel all over him. You're basically going to feel for lumps and bumps. Anything that's odd. He will react if there's anything that's sore. Because you never know what have happened during the night or even in the run. So you'll feel all over his body. Just basically pat him down. Have a good feel. If you feel any lumps or bumps, then you'll obviously investigate it. Check his abdomen. If I do this, he's going to pull a little bit, but it's not sore. This is not sore for him. He's quite happy. And then you know, okay, the dog's fine, and you can go into the run. Hand will be at the top, and you'll actually just pull down the bottom eyelid slightly. Okay, you can all see. Okay, so you can see that. I don't know if you can all see. Inside, it's nice and pink. Okay. If it's white, that's a problem. If it's yellow, it's a big problem. Okay. So you're going to check his eyes. If you can lift his lip, you'll see he's got dark pigmentation on his lip. That's normal. But what's not normal is if the pink is not uniformly pink. So in other words, you have dark pink and light pink and white, and that's a problem. So you can check his gums. Make sure. I'll show the other people now. Yeah, I'll show the other side if I can find the other one. Okay, you can still see the gums, and you can see they're nice and pink. Okay. What we'll check just now is what we call capillary refill time, and that basically is when you lift up his gum and you press it. If you press it, it goes white. Okay, same like if you would press your fingernail. That time it takes for the blood to come back, that's called the capillary refill time, and that's a good indication as to something can be wrong or something's always fine. Okay, if it's too quick, it's a problem. If it's too slow, it's a problem. Okay, so you'll cut a piece of bandage off. You're going to make a loop, like so, alright? Obviously your dog is on the lead. You're going to approach the dog, you're going to slip the bandage around him. I'm not going to tie it very tight just because, but you'll normally tie it quite tight. At the bottom you're just going to cross it and you're going to tie it behind his ears. Okay.
Yeah. He deserves a beat.
Okay, and you're going to tie it behind his ears. Okay. So normally you do this quite tight. You'll do it on the back part of his nose, so where the hard structure is. Alright? You can all know, you can all practice. Doing the hard structure, not there. Because if you do it there, he can't breathe. Okay. So you're doing the hard part of the nose. You can still breathe. It's okay. Obviously you can still bite now. But normally you would...
This is very important. If you're alone here and the dog wants to bite you,
normally you're going to do it like this.
Please.
Alright, so you can see I'm doing it quite tight. Okay? But he doesn't, and they don't like it.